Hello, everybody, and welcome to your Jupiter retrograde reading. This is going to be a collective reading for all of us, what this Jupiter retrograde energy is doing for us. All right, so this reading will cover the time frame of July 28th through November 23rd. That is when Jupiter will be retrograde, and it's going to be retrograde in Aries, moving back into Pisces. It will move back into Pisces on October 28th, and then Jupiter will go direct in Pisces on November 23rd, and then return back into Aries on December 20th. Okay, so pretty much for the rest of the year, we are going to be moved back into 12th house energy of Pisces, and Jupiter is the ruler of Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is higher learning, higher spirituality, okay, long journeys. And so Jupiter is pulling us back into Pisces 12th house energy, an experience where we've been gaining a lot of spiritual growth and insight, and it was a very long journey in our story, okay, and we've moved beyond it as Jupiter went into Aries, but there's still residual energies within us. All right, so Jupiter is going to return us back to this experience of the past somehow, some way, whether it's the returning of a relationship, a returning of old feelings, of old issues. When that starts playing out, don't freak out and think, oh my gosh, here we go again, because it's not what it's about. You are tying up loose ends. You are completing a big, big soul lesson, and that's why Jupiter is returning back into Pisces 12th house to complete that, and so you can expand into that higher spiritual understanding of that journey, complete it entirely, and then Jupiter moves back into Aries. Aries is first house, new beginnings, new journeys, new paths, okay? So this Jupiter retrograde is going to help us complete a cycle of the soul and bring us in to that higher wisdom, that higher learning of it. And then we are off on a new path. So let's get in and see what Spirit has to say. Embrace partnership. A harmonious relationship creates joy. It is a bond free from attachments to power, money, or status. Accept your friends and partners as they are. Release all judgment. Okay, so for many of us, this return of energy has to do with a relationship, okay? Whether it's you and this person are over and done with at this point, or if this person is still in your life, there would be a lot of upheaval at this time, a lot of heavy challenges that you guys have been going through. And this could be a friendship, a family relationship, or a romantic partnership, okay? And this Jupiter retrograde is to pull you back into that energy so that you can tie up all loose ends, so that you can receive and gain every single thing there was to be received from the relationship with this person. Now, some of you, this return is going to really shift perception in you and in another person, because remember, we're all receiving these energies, and you guys might finally be able to see eye to eye through this Jupiter retrograde. And through that meeting in the middle, it creates a new beginning as Jupiter goes direct and then moves into Aries. It starts a new beginning for this connection, okay? Now, that does not apply for everybody, okay? Some of us are just returning back to the emotions and the thoughts of this relationship and connection so that we can fully complete it internally and release it and heal from it and expand beyond it, okay? And I feel like, I just did a reading on my Pick a Card channel, and that message, like this exact message came through. So it's crazy to me that here we are talking about Jupiter retrograde, and boom, same message. So it must be that Jupiter retrograde energy must have been coming through in that reading. So let's pull some more cards. Okay, hiding your true self. And Queen of My World. Okay, and so it's very interesting to me that both of these cards are depicted with a red dress, because as you see, like that's not like a super common theme throughout this deck, okay? It's like those maybe the only two actually. I mean, she's got a little bit of red on, but not striking like those two. Yeah. Wow, interesting. Because that jumped out at me right away. That red, that is root chakra energy. Okay, and then if we come here and the kimonos, we've got green and we've got yellow, which would be heart chakra and solar plexus chakra. Okay, so that red jumping out at me like that, and then pulling me into these two colors, I know that there is going to be healing and balancing at root chakra, solar plexus chakra, and heart chakra through this Jupiter retrograde. Okay, hiding your true self. Regardless of how painful or challenging this experience has been with this person, in the end, it's truly awakening you to yourself and personal empowerment, self-love, self-worth, self-value, queen of my world. Okay, whether you're male or female, queen or king of my world. Whereas in the past, we put ourselves on the back burner for this person, our wants, our needs, our desires, and for some of us, maybe even our moral compass, okay, for the maintaining of a specific relationship or experience with somebody. And again, no matter how painful it was really trying to push you into yourself, into knowing yourself, into discovering yourself, your own voice, your personal truth, what you stand for, what you believe in. And the two here, to me, is talking about who you were at the start of this relationship with this person, and now who you are transforming into through this retrograde, into this very solid, self-assured, confident, courageous being that is unshakable, is unmovable. Deep healing to the heart chakra, forgiveness coming in, and that solar plexus, that's our personal empowerment, our courage, knowing our worth, where we manifest from. Okay, so those energies are really opening, and I feel the red, your root chakra, really connecting and grounding with Mother Earth Gaia. All right, so we're returning back to this relationship, or to the memory and experience of this relationship, because you're going to see how far you've come, how much you have changed. But there's so much like insight, personal insight through this journey back. And it's different for each of you. The way that it expands you in your mind, in your heart, it's going to be a different journey. But each and every one of us are returning to an experience here. And it's so we can have the final transformation out of it and move on into a new beginning, a new path forward. So let's pull some tarot. And you know, for some of you, you may meet a new person who really reminds you of somebody from the past. Through that person, your consciousness will expand. You will receive that insight. You'll be able to tie up those loose ends internally, okay? Eight of Pentacles, King of Wands, Seven of Wands, Temperance, Five of Cups, and the World. Wow, see, yeah. It's time to be finished with this energy that makes you sad, makes you cry. And you know what? Since we're pulling them down, I think we have room for one more here after the World. Look at what you're going to be stepping into. All right. You know, and I was sitting here thinking that Jupiter goes retrograde in Aries the same day we have the new moon in Leo, okay? And Jupiter is the ruler of Sagittarius. And so look at this. We've got this King of Wands energy, which could represent Aries or Leo, okay? And then we have the Temperance card, which is the representation of Sagittarius. So with all this fire energy, that's the spirit, that's the soul. The ethers are astir for you. You've done the work. This experience, this relationship has really taught you a lot in so many different ways. And you've done your best, you know, to keep it together. Some of you, this is like, no, I don't want to think about it anymore, or never again do I want to chat with that person. And it's like you're kind of resisting the healing that's trying to come in. And this Jupiter retrograde is going to help you put down your weapons, lay down your shield, take off your armor so that you can receive the healing. Okay? It's going to be very, very powerful for you. And then we come here. It's the end to the sadness, to what was once lost. Why? Because we finally have received all the relationship and that previous version of itself was meant to bring to you. All right? And some of you, again, are going to transform and heal beyond this relationship. And some of you, you and a person, are both transforming beyond to have a reconciliation. It's different for everybody. But after this cycle, okay, after Jupiter is direct and back into Aries at the end of the year, and this is what you start stepping into, this Nine of Pentacles energy, which is stability, abundance, happiness, and security. And just look at the colors that are most predominant in this card. Yellow, right? Solar plexus chakra. And we've got the red for the root chakra. And then we've got some green there. Those are the three strong predominant colors. And we just talked about those colors for your chakras. Yes. So life is going to be a lot different and feel different for you on the other side of this energy, okay, of this experience. But it's like we've got to revisit this hard, heavy, or painful past so that we can finally transform beyond it. And that's what Jupiter is offering us by going retrograde. All right, so let's pull some more tarot. Yeah, because look at the center is the temperance, the healing coming from Jupiter. Okay, Queen of Swords. See, you've learned. Consciousness is expanding. You've done the work. Justice, You and this person have a soul contract. Two of Swords. Yeah, you're really not interested, a lot of you, in revisiting this mentally, emotionally, or even physically. Queen of Cups. But you're going to be healed in the emotional body, all right? Mental body and emotional body. Six of Cups. We're going to heal from this soulmate who has taught us so much, okay? The World, new beginning with Page of Swords, okay? And High Priestess here through the Nine of Pentacles. So, yes, with these two queens coming out, there's going to be a healing to consciousness and an expansion to consciousness because you've done the work, as well as a healing and balancing to the emotional body. Okay? And even though the way things happened don't seem right, don't seem fair, you and this person have a soul contract. You have learned and gained so much through this experience. So has this person. Okay? And right now, your energy or their energy may be very, very blocked to any sort of healing, reconciling, deeper understanding. But as Jupiter begins to go retrograde into Pisces, okay, Queen of Cups could represent Pisces. As Jupiter goes retrograde into Pisces, it's a very natural, organic healing that begins to take place inside of you around this soulmate relationship that still feels painful within. And you finally come to the end, the understanding you've gained all that you need from it by the end of the year. And this is you off on your new path, either a new, abundant, deeply soul-connected relationship if you've reconciled with somebody, or this is you feeling very strong and independent, even more tuned in to your intuition. Okay, feeling strong, feeling secure. And that doesn't mean other relationships aren't coming in for you guys, but I just see more of this stance of feeling very empowered, feeling very strong, and enjoying that energy. Okay, especially if you've been hurt romantically, you might feel like you finally are coming back to life and you're more interested in just kind of mingling and dating around rather than jumping in and getting serious again with somebody. Okay, or if this is like a friend or family member that you've gone through all this challenge with, you might be enjoying having more of acquaintance type of relationships rather than super close connections right away again. It's like however, and some of you are deeply connected in, okay? It's just whatever you desire is what you're experiencing when it comes to relationships, okay? And this is a process that takes place from July 28th all the way through December 20th. And so it's a very slow moving energy. All right, so let's tap in more to this Nine of Pentacles with High Priestess for after the healing, after Jupiter returns direct and moves back into Aries. Okay, making a choice. Slow and steady. And rock bottom. Okay, so the worst is behind you. Okay, after Jupiter returns direct, this feeling, it's gone. It is gone from you. Okay, and this is going to be a slow process. What you've gone through took time, right? And now we're coming to that final healing phase. So it's going to take some time, slow and steady. Spirit wants you to know that and trust that energy. And make the choice, because remember, these are the energies that are being offered to us. But it is truly up to us as they activate inside us if we want to complete this process. And it is going to be a choice. And if you say, yes, I want to complete this for whatever that means, whatever that entails for me personally, this is where you end up. Okay? And you're out of this feeling of rock bottom. Even though it's taken some time, you are like, it was well worth it. I am so happy with who I am, where I'm standing today. All right, so let's pull some more cards. All right. You guys hear that train? Your train is coming to take you back to the past so you can complete all of that energy. Inspired action. Focus on inspiration and the action steps will flow effortlessly. So that is the main message here, okay? That if you just open and surrender and accept this energy and allow yourself to move through it, you will receive all inspired, intuitive promptings and actions that you need to take. Soul searching. It's time to go within and uncover your true feelings, because you're going to realize a lot has already begun to change inside of you. Spiritual practice. Making time for your spiritual practice will assist you with clearing your mind and restoring your inner peace. This has been a very spiritual journey and will continue to be. Empathic overload. It's time for you to truly honor your highly sensitive nature. Yes, don't push away your sensitive, caring heart just because things didn't work out in this relationship and, you know, in the past as you had hoped. Some of you, I see a second go round with much different experiences, and others of you, I see finally being able to heal, release, and let this go. Thank your lucky stars. As you begin to count your blessings, more and more blessings will come. Thank your lucky stars is this energy of the Nine of Pentacles, where even though this has been heavy, challenging, and painful, where you end up, you look back and you think, wow, I wouldn't change this for anything. I'm very happy. I'm very contented with where I'm at. Okay, so Jupiter retrograde is taking us back to the past in a relationship or around a relationship, so that we can finally heal and expand beyond it. Healing to heart chakra, solar plexus chakra, root chakra. But remember, it's our choice, and we've just got to be patient with ourselves and with the journey as this is all unfolding. All right, so those are your messages. I am sending you guys lots of love and light. Take care.